Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. It's been a long time, but I thought I'd make my comeback after exam seasons have finished. First question, are you still learning Russian? The answer to that is yes and no. It's kind of like a confusing one, basically because at the moment I'm not doing much of it. Like, if you ask me if I'm actually like engaging with it properly, the answer is probably no. I'm trying to get back into that over summer, and like now that I've not got exams on, that is going to be like a big focus for me, so yes, kind of. If you weren't at uni, what do you think you'd be doing instead? That's an interesting one actually, because I don't really know. I probably would have started off travelling and trying to see what opportunities came up from that. Maybe start my own business. I've always wanted to do that, so maybe something along those lines. This guy says, hey man, Domino's or Pizza Hut? Okay, I've got a rogue opinion on this, I think. So I normally go for Domino's more often, just because I feel like it's more mainstream, but I think the pizzas themselves at Pizza Hut are better. Is that a hot take? I don't know, don't come for me. Although actually latterly, whenever I've been ordering a pizza, I'll bring up Pizza Hut, Domino's and Papa John's and see which is cheapest. Or I'll go for like a local pizza shop, which is normally cheaper again. The next one is your Mbti personality type. I think I'm a campaigner. Okay, a campaigner is ENFP. There's a 16 personalities website which basically categorizes you into kind of like a category based on your personality. It's quite linear, however, it's interesting to do and like see who's also like you, like a celebrity, that kind of thing. But when, like, for example, introverts and extroverts, I'm more keen for the ambivert thing, where it's kind of like you could be an introvert and an extrovert. Like, one of my favourite things is meeting new people, going out, exploring, but at the same time I need that time to recharge, and like I like spending time by myself just as much as I like going out and meeting people. Do you like Taylor Swift? If you do, what is your favourite song? I am actually a massive Taylor Swift fan. I cannot lie, I've always liked it. I think when I was younger, I think it's like on Nintendo Wii, there used to be like a singing game, and I think Taylor Swift was on there with Love Story, and I don't know, ever since then I've just like loved it. We did a thing not long ago, like, so my friend Ben and I hosted a Taskmaster style thing for my friend's birthday, and we were kind of like the Taskmaster people, Greg Davis and Alex Horn. And on that, one of our things was like, okay, write down a song, okay, next perform that song. And then after we did that and like we finished, they made us do that. And the song I picked was Love Story by Taylor Swift. Ooh, this is interesting. Did you ever think about trying to switch your degree back to the one you originally applied to? So if you don't know, I applied for history, they rejected me for history but passed my personal statement onto the archaeology department because my application included archaeological things. And yeah, basically came around, saw the archaeology course and was like, you know what, I could probably do this, yeah. And then in first year actually, the end of first year, I remember talking to one of my history tutors being like, oh, is there like a possibility and stuff like that? And the long and short of it was no, I couldn't switch. And I also think there's someone else who actually tried to switch and he got the approval of history and archaeology just said no. So yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do it if I wanted to, but this year I've actually got a concession to take 60 credits of history, so basically half of my degree in my final year will be history and the other half will be archaeology, so that's pretty cool. How are you finding uni in a COVID year? Oh my days, it's difficult. I loved uni in first year, at least when we didn't have COVID, because I could do literally everything and it was amazing. And then I feel like second year, I hadn't seen anyone until right at the end of the year, when everyone like started seeing each other again, and it was really great and I loved it. But in between then it was just one of those things where it was almost like balancing between friends, like what people were comfortable with, and yeah, it was difficult, I think. My camera died, that was not good timing. I don't actually know where the camera got up to, but yeah, basically the Euros, that's what it was about. So yeah, England in the final, absolutely amazing, dream come true, and I think the boys are really, really great. Just a shame about the result really. Penalties, you never really know which way it's going to go, and I think obviously Italy got the advantage by going first, so kind of the pressure element was on our side really, like we had the pressure, so yeah, I'm not overly surprised by that result then. But no, just a bit of a shame. So, okay, what is your dream travel location? I love your videos, by the way. Thank you. Can I just put like the world as a whole, just like everywhere? Like, I just want to, yeah. I think, I mean, I was meant to go to Central Asia last year, but it got cancelled due to COVID. Annoying. But yeah, maybe Central Asia, like Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan looks stunning. I would love to go there. I mean, I think anywhere with a mountain and some lakes and some cool culture and history, that kind of like ticks all the boxes for me. Then again, in like the same vein, I do love I do love the heat and like the water element of things, and like the Mediterranean is lovely, that kind of thing. Maybe like Lebanon, that would be kind of cool. What made you choose Durham and the subject you chose? Okay, the idea of Durham being kind of very similar to Oxbridge in that it's got colleges, it's got history, like it's the third oldest university in the country, well, in England at least. Plus, like the cathedral, the castle is absolutely gorgeous. It's always ranked really high for subject. Yeah, I think it's just like a perfect university. At least for me, that's probably why I chose Durham. Why I chose the course, I mean, as you hear in my previous answer, I didn't choose the course technically. I mean, I'm technically doing history as well and archaeology, so yeah. And also last year I took English. I don't know why. I mean, it was quite interesting, but still. If you could change one thing about your experience at Durham, whether it's to do more of something or do something differently, what would you change about your experience so far? First year me, if I'd known what was going to happen in like second year with like the virus and all that, I probably would have taken more chances to go out and like take more opportunities, because there was definitely some times where I was like, oh no, I won't go out, I'm gonna just do this work. And I think in hindsight, I'm like, no, I should have gone out. Like, I should have made the most of that in first year when A, things didn't count, and B, we were gonna have such a poor second year. I couldn't have known, and I think when you're in the situation where it's like, oh, I've got exams coming up, I've got deadlines coming up, like my instinct is literally just do the work, like do it, otherwise you're gonna fail. And like meeting more people, like there've been so many people that everyone will like mention names and I'll be like, I don't know who that is, and they're like, oh, but don't you remember that night out? And I'll be like, no, I was working. And it's like, that has got to be like a regret. And like first year is so easy, like just so easy. So yeah, that would have been nice. Have you experienced any wholesome moments or memorable acts of kindness at Durham? That's a difficult one. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything, which sounds really bad. I think like dressing up in black tie for just like silly things, like for example the other day our summer ball was cancelled, so we all just dressed up in black tie and like took loads of photos and watched England play Germany, and like that was just like really nice. Anyway, that has been this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, maybe leave some comments down below for a future video, future Q&A. I've got plenty more videos in the pipelines, some very exciting ones as well, so stay tuned for that. But no, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.